Hello, welcome back. Last time I got a couple of rooms done before coming here and getting completely confused. I'm not in any kind of state of mind right now to tackle a puzzle like this, so let's see if there's something a little friendlier down here. Okay, patterns, water skippers, big pressure plate. What are you going to do when I wait? Make one mud baby, okay, and one here. Okay, so I want to drop all trapdoors, which I think means this. Let's verify before I allow any growth. Okay, so now that's safe, and this has opened that, and that needs to be the last thing I kill. Okay, so I have to use stealth. Okay, this is gonna be weird. So this will be something like... Okay, so this is my entry point onto this area. So it's implied, yeah, I do have to get this nest from here and this nest from here. The rest I can get from the edges. So maybe I should do that first. Actually, if I stealth, I can prevent anything bad from happening. I'd like to do a better job than that. Let's see, let's go back a bit. Well, that was worse. Is there some way I can do this so that I don't land on one of those turns? Maybe it's okay. Let's stay here for a moment and deal with the skippers separately from the rest of this. That'll be fine. Okay, I can just let that nest see me and deal with the consequences myself. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, maybe I can't. Yeah, this is no good. This might be alright. Don't think I'm losing ground here. However, I'm also not really gaining. Maybe I need a different approach. Okay, I don't like what I see here. I'm gonna allow this. Kill those, kill this. Okay, that's fine, I think. This is a little less fine, but I think I can deal with it. Just gonna let things happen here. Okay, now those two are the only ones I have to get to from this. Now, once I'm on this... So this is one giant pressure plate. I don't think cleanup of this is going to be much of a problem, really. It should be fine. So you'll spawn whatever I do there. That's okay. Alright, so I have to deal with this. Because I can go back into the water at any point here. Ah, but what'll happen is the mud will grow back here. That's alright. Just means I have to cut a certain number of these, which does mean that the water skippers will be coming in. Could leave mud babies to jam things up. Alright, so now I'm forced to retreat. Nobody grew. Oh, of course, no, the mud won't grow back because I'm not letting it grow. I can't let it grow ever. Okay, so maybe this is straightforward. Just survive and do stuff. Yeah, that was a little late on that. It's fine though. Okay. Nest gone. Cool. Yeah, this seems alright. Some annoyances here. Yeah, this is pretty much just a straightforward fight room, just, you know, mind constraints. Don't let that happen, what just happened there. It's fine though, we'll just take some extra time. Okay, should be good now, right? Duh! Oh. Oh no. Okay, now I see the true nature of the room at the very end. I probably could have predicted this. Okay. So with this pattern, there is definitely none of this mud that I can leave there. If it's, yeah, no new oh, one new blob did form. So I think there's a method by which I can travel through this mud that will allow new blobs to form where... Okay, let me demonstrate something first. If I cut just this... water skipper, you're in my way. I'm trying to do something. If I cut just that and let it grow, then one blob grows back and no mud babies are created. Same is true for any of these. So I can't cut any mud in a place where it would not fully grow back. That's fine. That just means that basically, like, I can't have a 2x2 pattern clear, because, like, if I were to clear this cross here, this would grow back fully, because these two would cover those spaces, these two would cover those spaces. Oh, the middle one might be a problem. Yeah, nobody would touch these. That's okay, though, because no mud babies would form there. Okay, so just do a crisscross pattern. Don't violate that grid. So come in here, go there. Take out this. I guess, like, go back a little bit and take out that. Makes it harder to reach the water. Yeah, okay, so don't take out any corners. Oh boy, did I have a checkpoint when I... Here, let's do this. Most of the nest's gone, but mud uncut. Okay. Let's make sure I have a good checkpoint for that. You're my checkpoint. That is awfully far away for this sort of thing. Yeah, I can get here in time, but boy, I have to really be doing this intentionally for that to work. Okay, so I think I know what I'm doing. Gonna make a path straight in here like this. Now I need some access to water. This works for water access for now, but as I get deeper it might stop working. I don't think the distance is large enough for that to become true. Because I can escape here, probably. Yes. Let's verify. Wait, why? Why this? Oh yeah, you totally don't have any mud next to you. Okay, so turning that corner like that is a problem. What? So if I can't do that, then what do I do? I have to... This space has to be clear somehow. This is my only entry point to this. I can't use water skippers or mud babies or water skipper nests to jam up any mud growth. Hold on, if I... it's no better to stab this one. Because, again, this... the 3x3 zone around this has no mud in it. But every one of these blobs will want to spill over into an adjacent... Like, what I'm trying to set up is a pattern where all of the mud grows back. Like, everything I cut here needs to regrow immediately. Or I need none of it to. And that's a problem because of that. Every red space here has mud in it, or at least initially did. Nothing else messes with this door. So what can I do to enter here, access this edge, access this spot specifically, while keeping the properties the way they need to be? Because I need to be in here, let it grow, have no tar babies appear here. You know, this needs to be the last thing I kill, because I have to exit there. So nothing living can grow here. But I mean, if I enter here, I have to penetrate this row sometime. If I would stab all of this... Yeah, no, it has to, this has to stay down because it not only seals my entrance, it seals the exit. If it were just that it sealed the entrance, then what I could do, what I could almost do, if these two tiles weren't here, what I could do is keep a mud baby there, walk to this spot, step like this, have that step off there, then come to me and kill it and go in there, and be fine. But for one thing, these are here. For another thing, this is here. There's no way to make thin ice or other stepping stones. Right? None that I see. So one point here is this blob absolutely does have to be removed because I need to allow a growth, and that would make a mud baby there. So, like, even if I had another way to get rid of these nests, I would still have to disturb this square. Can't let any growth happen until I'm in here. When I'm in here... I mean, this doesn't have to happen in one growth, but I mean, there's nothing meaningful to doing multiple growths, because if it's no good after one... Well, I mean, there's just no reason to stick around. Yeah, additional growths can't smother existing mud babies or anything. So, what? Alright, so let's look carefully at this. So I can say for sure, this gets stabbed. This will grow back fully in one cycle. If I were to also stab this, this would grow back fully in one cycle. So if I were to also stab this, then I would have a problem here. And here. Okay. So again, somehow I have to reach this edge. How will I do that? Okay, maybe there's a much more minimal way I can think about this. Well, no, I mean, this is all interconnected. I can't have mud escape its bounds or anything. So the water skippers are really no longer the problem. It's just that basically, like, I have to reach this square and this square. If I could cut these out individually without cutting out the intermediate stuff, then that'd be fine. But that's no good because of this. I can't drop the trapdoor and escape to kill this dude before I deal with that stuff. I can't just stab this, as far as I can tell. So yeah, I have to somehow meet the requirements that when I go in here, this can regrow fully. And turning any kind of corner here seems like it violates those requirements, because for this to regrow requires this to be present, so I definitely cannot go this way. For this to regrow requires some of this, so neither of these are stabbable from here. Okay. What is stabbable? Alright, so you are covered by this. You are... right, so any square... every square must have mud touching it. One king move away. Like, if I stab this, then that mud goes away and this has nothing touching it. That checkpoint. If I stab here, it's fine. I can continue this line. All I can do is make a line down here. I cannot turn. Is there something I'm missing? And I can't make a line along the edge. Like, edge has to have two next to it. It has to be... I have to maintain this outer line, and this one above. So yeah, this accomplishes nothing. Unless I can somehow allow a growth. So like, there's a constraint I'm not understanding here. It doesn't help me to cut it out there. I have to have this cut. But then these will all create mud babies there. Okay, so... I'm gonna do something just to sort of look at this from a different angle. Yeah, so you can see what that does. There are no, like, wubbas in this puzzle or anything. One of those would be real handy right about now. So, like, I've completely destroyed my chances of making this work, I'm pretty sure. Because now I have this whole unfilled edge. This is all pressure plates. Like, I can see the way this lights up. These are all obstacles. It's made very obvious. So what's the idea? Is there something else I can put on this plate? Not that I can see. Okay, so let's think about it this way. Is there some way that I could kill a mud baby from in here? I don't really have any controls over anything. There's nothing I can lead them into that'll kill them. Okay. Alright, so let's... yeah, that just does that. And no amount of carving in here is going to solve this problem. Unless I could, like, jump over an obstacle somehow, I don't see how this is going to happen. I mean... sure, again, let me just get a different angle on this. I'm going to clear this whole plate off and see if somehow the puzzle looks different from there. I can't imagine how it would, but that's what I'm doing. Those will come on land to get me. Right. That's how they work. So no more skippers, sure. The other nests didn't play a role. I can't make a nest somehow spawn a water skipper on land, and even if I could, that still doesn't help me. Like, I can't have monsters in here. Yeah, so I'm really missing something. this is a pretty large grid. 6 by 6. Like, that's plenty of space to do something, it's just I don't know anything to do. Those are closed, nothing I can do to open them. Repressing doesn't help, something has to stay on it. I have nothing to put here. Okay, so initial state of the room. Nobody else can drop that trapdoor or kill this. I feel like I have to, like, is this essentially an Archie room? Do I need to break some obvious constraint somehow? Is there like a mirror tucked away in the corner here or something? Priors can't help me, they're not even growing. Huh? I don't know what I'm missing here. Okay, so since there's clearly something I'm just not understanding here, and like, although looking at this is not revealing it to me, let's just, let the game show me what it is that I need to do, if possible. So one thing I was thinking about was the fact that in a room with tar stuff in it, you can drop the room clear gate, then unclear it by stabbing tar, and the gate will stay open, but that doesn't help me because I still have to stab this and allow it to grow. So like it's only stabbing tar that can create things that unclear the room without reclosing this. Growth does not do that because it will never open in the first place if you're alive. So like shift this by 22.5 degrees and it's basically just a grid of ortho squares. Shift it by 22.5 degrees and shrink it by half. And it's like a grid of ortho squares where every one of these has to have something... Let's see, what is the rule exactly? Rule is not simple. Anyway, so what I want to do is... Boy, I wish there were a checkpoint right here. It seems really weird to me that there isn't. So this is valid. That grows back fully. The water splashing noises override the tar growth noises somehow. So from here, I cannot cut this, right? Right. So that is an invalid move, alright? This is also an invalid move, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is a valid move. Okay, so verified that. From here, this is an invalid move, right? Right. As far as I can tell, like, there's nothing I can do to turn that back into a valid move. Nope. Again, it has to be in one growth, so anything that requires multiple is just not going to be part of my solution here. Alright, so this is an invalid move, right? Yes. This is a valid move. There's a pretty obvious pattern emerging here. So is there some way I can do multiple moves that will turn an invalid one into a valid one? Maybe. What's the reason this is an invalid move? The reason is because these three are next to tar, but this one is not. Yeah, there's got to be some kind of like multiple tar blob removal pattern that will somehow work with this, but I have an awfully hard time imagining how that would be. Like, I just currently, it seems like I cannot turn a corner. So to turn this, or you know, the basically same equivalent this, well, that one's more useful because it goes in the direction I want to do that, but you know. Right, so I have to get on an edge at some point. To turn that into a valid move. Let's think about this a bit. I would definitely need to remove both of these blobs. See, I've kind of been down this road before, though. So when I get rid of that one, no new problems crop up. It regrows, and my only problem is this one. However, removing that blob creates a new problem, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Oh, so an intersection with both of... Okay, so alright. So this is very simple, isn't it then? Oh. Kind of. Okay, so I can... All of my intersections have to be pluses. So lines are valid and plus intersections are valid. But other combinations of things aren't. Okay, well, that's kind of a surprise to me, but alright. I guess that's how it's gonna have to work. Okay, I don't have to go back this far. So just create a plus intersection. So like, take out those then, right? So this should be valid then, you're saying? Yeah, alright, that's valid. Okay. Well, you two are just obnoxious. Oof, not just you two. Lots of you are. Ugh. What do I do about this? That, I guess. Okay, so that's gone, and my tar pattern is still valid. Alright. See, this is why I went through this exercise. I just needed the game to show me how to think about things. So I think what I need to do, in order to not violate that pattern, I need to delete these, get up here, remove those, and make another cross there. Yeah, okay, it's pretty specific about this. Let's see if this interference pattern works. So this has to go in order for me to be able to go here. Then I can go up this way. This is pretty cool. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's perfectly discoverable. It would not be reasonable for me to blame the puzzle for my own lack of understanding of what kind of pattern that would let me get this done. Okay, so let's see if this is valid. The way I'm going to do that is stepping here and doing this. Currently invalid because of you. Right, that's the wrong kind of intersection, but I can definitely remove that safely. Okay, good. Alright, and that's my final pattern. Neat! Water skippers. Gonna have to kill you from somewhere else. Whoa! I also feel like this would perhaps play a bit better if the goals I was trying to reach were not water skipper nests. Like, that just feels like it adds some unnecessary combats. Kind of takes away from the puzzly aspect of the puzzle. Alright, but you know what? I got it. That grows, no mud babies appear. This is a almost satisfying pattern. It'd be better if this were over here. But good enough. I did it. Okay, there we go. Boy, this holds. There's some serious stuff in here. 9th place, unique. How many people have played this room? 9? Yup! That's what I thought! Alright, well, good for all of you for being faster than me. Alright, see you next time for one of these. If I feel up for this, then that. If I don't, then that.